Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I'm so happy to be back here with you today. I am very casual as I have a bit of a cold or something. I just don't feel well. But I definitely feel good enough to be here with you. And I know I'm going to feel better after we tap. So I am here for it. I apologize if I cough a little bit. Got my water. I'm all set. Um, I started a few minutes early just because I wanted to share a few things that we're celebrating. When I first started with EFT Universe, one of my goals was to hit 30,000 subscribers on our channel. And we did it today, like an hour ago. It's so exciting. So, yay for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, we would love to have you. It's not true anymore that if you subscribe to a channel that you're gonna get spammed by it. The YouTube algorithm has changed drastically since that used to be a thing. So we don't post a ton of videos anyway. But if you want to know when things like lives are happening, it's the best way just to get a little notification. So if you want to subscribe and have the bell icon, it just lets you know when I'm here. Also, we are in pre-enrollment for certification for our spring enrollment. Now, this is for the EFT certification, which is it's a very rigorous certification. I absolutely love it. I can't say enough good things about it because EFT is very simple to learn, but it's also there's a lot of dynamic uses for it and depth. And if you're really, really using it to get rid of deeply seated trauma, if you're really looking to get the results that you see in all of the clinical studies, it's really important to know it thoroughly. And there are a lot of classes out there, a lot of certifications that teach certain aspects, but maybe not all of them. So I really love our course, but we only open enrollment twice a year because we want people to move forward in cohorts together. So right now we're in pre-enrollment, which is where if you know you're just ready for it, you go online, you can just sign up and you're good. In a few weeks, we will do open enrollment, which is where you can sign up for a telephone call if you've got questions with someone or questions to ask. You can ask someone, a live person, so that you can decide if you're ready for it, if you want to wait until the fall when we have our next open enrollment. So, having said all of that, let's move into our tapping. Since we have a lot of new people on our channel, I'll just take 1 second and explain what we do here. We do tapping, but I don't go into an explanation of what tapping is. Rather, we just do it together. If you've never done it before or you're feeling a little insecure on your ability to do it, don't worry. You can just follow along with me. You'll get the hang of it. The way we do it here is I will start with kind of a vague, I'll get suggestions from all of you who are here in the comments. And then I will try to put as many together as I can with a more vague statement. And then you take that and you make it specific to you. So if I say, I'm feeling sad today, and maybe you're not feeling sad, maybe you're feeling frustrated and you know what you're feeling frustrated about. I'm feeling frustrated that my dog won't stop peeing on my carpet. It could be something like that. So it's very self-led. So just know that as we go along. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. If you're comfortable putting what you would like to tap on in the chat, please go for it. If you're not, don't worry. You can always change the words to fit with what you're wanting to tap on today. You can also always email me and I can speak to it directly during a live, not the current one, but the next one, and keep you anonymous. So if it's something more specific, sometimes that's nicer. And I'll tell you what, it's always great. All of the emails that I get in, I've never had anybody be like, well, that was a waste of time. There's always at least one other person and generally a lot of people who benefit from you sharing what it is that you would like to tap on. So I'll put my email in the chat. It is just Amanda@EFTUniverse.com. Did it while talking. So there's that for you. I'm going to see what you guys have been writing. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Alexis. Hi, Heather. Hi, Snea. Oh, love you too. on being and feeling guilt-free when saying no. Oh, that's great. Yes, we will tap on that today for sure. I don't have any emails, any email requests for this week. So what you guys put in here is what our focus is. Hi, John. Hi, Susie, Caitlin, Shay. Hi, Mama Hutch. Trusting the process and where we're at. Sure thing, Caitlin. Hi, Kylie. Oh, hi, Lisa. Hey, Kate. Hi, Bonnie. Physical pain. Gotcha. Carrie. Richard. Summer. Okay. Fear about surgery you need to have. Okay, so a couple of things there. The grief with your mom and the fear of alone and a surgery. Sure. Okay, and Mama had just seconding Caitlin's suggestion. Okay, self-sabotage, healing a broken foot. Okay, we've got a lot of physical things coming up today. That's great. We will definitely be sure to hone in on that. And Susie, trusting the process. Okay, we've got a lot of multiple votes here. I love that. Thank you guys for this. Feeling trapped in situations. Oh, yuck. Someone making mistakes and creating drama. Hard to stay present instead of in the future. Hi, Janet. Hey, Jamel. Thank you. Feeling okay to ask for and receive help. Sure. Insomnia, being disconnected. Hi, Jay. Ooh, toxic fumes into your apartment. Sorry to hear that, Barb. I hope you're okay. Okay, another vote for no. Okay, and fear, physical pain, and chronic. Okay. So we've got a lot of votes for feeling good about holding boundaries, trusting the process, and a lot of mixing physical and emotional situations. So having a physical issue and having emotions about that, which of course you do. You're human beings. Okay, so I'm going to start with trusting the process, like trusting where you are and how life is unfolding. And then we'll go into boundaries because I feel like we need a tap before we jump into boundaries, because that one there can be a lot of pushback on that. There's usually a lot of guilt and some controlling narratives that are associated with boundaries and why boundaries are a bad thing. Okay, but first, let's get grounded together. So go ahead and just take a breath and let your body just kind of deflate like a balloon and relax. Take another breath. Same thing, just deflate, get bad posture, let your shoulders sag. What we're doing here is with our physical body, letting our mind and our fight or flight response know, oh, we're relaxing now. Okay, go ahead and sit up to where you're comfortable and just feel your body. It's already a part of your body that's asking for a little bit of movement or a little stretch. And now let's think about where the tip of your nose is. Where is that in space? How about the tops of your ears? And think about where your elbows are. And thinking about this helps bring us into the present moment. Just so you know, I'm not quizzing you. I'm pretty sure you know where your body is, but we're paying attention to it so that we bring all of our thoughts and our focus into this present moment. And where are your hips in your body, in space, in time? Where are they right now? And your kneecaps and your toes, the bottoms of your feet, and the back of your head. Okay, take another breath here. Okay, I'm just going to speak a little intention. I'm going to put my hands over my heart. You can join me if you want to. Is my intention as I guide you through these taps today, that all of you get to feel important, that you get to feel seen and heard and cared for, that you, as you tap, you get to know that you're part of a community that notices you, that cares that you're here, whether you comment in the tap or not. And that as we tap together, that you get to have the insights that you're looking for, the comfort that you want to have, any perspectives of empowerment that are helpful to you. That by the end of this time together, you will feel better and you will know that you matter. And I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for being here today. Okay, so take a breath. Okay, and we're going to start by tapping here. We'll probably stay on the hand for a little while. I'm smiling because I'm going to take you through a process of we're going to catastrophize. And the reason we do this in tapping is because we want to find where our boundaries are. When we're tapping on something that is difficult to have boundaries because it's something unknown, like the future. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know all the things that are going to be I don't know all the steps. I don't know, that's harder to feel better about because you're not likely to know the future by the end of your tapping, but there are things that you can know. And so we catastrophize so that we can discover where those sit for us right now and kind of question where our current perspective sits. Really important that you tap while you're doing this because some of these are going to hook in and they're going to feel true. And hopefully some of these don't feel true at all. And you don't convince yourself that it's true just because you're tapping, but rather your brain is engaged and you're able to get a solid, no, that's not it. So don't ever feel like, oh no, I'm tapping in something negative. That's not a thing. Okay. So looking at trusting the process. And if you have a better phrasing for that for yourself, leaning into the future, having faith, whatever works for you, please use the wording that works for you. I'm going to use trusting the process just because that was what was suggested. Even though right now I am really struggling to trust the process, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though right now, trusting the process of what's happening in my life is very difficult for me, I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. Even though right now, trusting the process is not where I am, I'm open to finding a way to it. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Trusting the process. Trusting my process. Trusting the process of others. I wonder, what exactly do I mean when I say trust the process? Am I trusting the universe to provide for me? Am I trusting that I will see the action steps that the universe has laid out for me that I need to follow? Am I trusting other people who have key roles in what's unfolding for me right now. That's a lot of trust. I don't know that I have that much trust. I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong. And how many of those things have to go wrong in order for me to not get my outcome? Is it just one? Just one thing and it's over for me? I don't get what I want? That doesn't feel very good. So is trusting the process being perfect? Is trusting the process a really intense pass fail that I have to live every single moment of my life until I get where I want to be? Oh, yikes. Well, even if this is exactly what I believe right now, or somewhat what I believe right now, I still deeply and completely accept myself. I accept that this is difficult for me. And I accept that this is my current frame of mind. It's okay that this is where I am. It's not okay that this is where I am. Whether or not it's okay that this is where I am right now, I deeply and completely accept myself. I give myself permission to have compassion about the heaviness on this right now, the intensity of what I'm feeling. It's a lot. So maybe it's okay that I'm having some big feelings about it. And maybe it's also okay that I'm trying to figure it out. Because trying to figure it out kind of makes sense because it's important to me. And I'm highly dedicated to a positive outcome. So of course I want it to make sense. And of course I want to be able to see where I'm going next and to feel good about it. It matters. So as I realize all of these things that have been on my mind and weighing me down, I offer myself compassion and I release myself of judgment because of it. And maybe I've had an expectation of I should just be able to let go and go with the flow. And that's what real trusting people do. Is it? And maybe I have moments where I feel that, but maybe it's also okay for this to be important and for me to be invested in the outcome. So, however I'm feeling about it, I'm going to allow my feelings. And I wonder how much of trusting my outcome has to do with how I'm feeling. If I wake up and I feel like it's a really good day, do I feel trust? Does it feel like, oh, everything is going so smoothly, I must be on the right path? And if I wake up and my day's not going smoothly and everything seems to be in my way and everything's difficult, Do I question myself and wonder, wow, I must be really failing? I'm not so sure about my choices right now. Even if my gauge on how well I'm doing is based on how I'm feeling from day to day, I deeply and completely accept myself. But I wonder why I would do that. Why am I gauging how I'm doing on things that are meant to shift? Why am I judging myself based on things that are known to have an ebb and flow? Maybe it's because it's the only thing I have control over right now. Maybe it's because that's what I've been taught. Or maybe it's because it's something I've just decided for myself. But for whatever reason, if this is how I'm gauging how well I'm doing and how much I'm passing at trusting the process, I wonder, wouldn't it then make sense to do everything I could to support myself to feel really good? No, that's not how that works. I don't support myself. I just have to feel good, by chance or by outward influences. Everything has to be a sign. None of it is anything I can control. Or maybe there are some things I have a bit more control of that I could influence. And while it may be true that I get to trust what tomorrow is going to be like, and I get to trust the people who are involved in helping me towards my goal. Maybe what I can do is important towards all of that. And maybe it's more simple and concrete than I've allowed it to be. I wonder how it would feel if every time I was having a hard day, I allowed myself three simple little things to offer support so that I can feel better. I think I can do that. Maybe that's doable. I can at least give it a try. I wonder what would help me to feel supported. When I'm not sure if I'm doing well enough, when I'm unsure of trusting the process, what can I do? What helps me to feel better? So go ahead and take some time and it could be very, very simple, like a cup of tea, something that takes a little bit more time, like a hot bath. It could be sending a text to a friend, watching 5 minutes of cute kitten videos, doing some sort of quiet meditation, turning on your favorite song. What are 3 simple things that you can do? Well, I'm not sure how this is going to help. How does doing things that make me feel better make me any better at trusting the process? Well, I suppose it could help me feel better about what I can't control. Maybe it could help me to imagine positive outcomes instead of trying to prepare for absolutely everything on the spectrum of negativity so that I'm not surprised. Maybe it can just help me to want to be more present in this moment because I've got this moment completely. And I really do have control of helping that be better. And maybe this isn't the complete answer for me, but maybe it is a beginning. Maybe it's a start. So even though I'm still not sure about leaning 100% in to trusting the process, maybe I can lean in just a little bit and offer myself some support and see how that goes. And if I like it, maybe I can do it more or figure something else out that's also supportive. And I do know this: things that are supported last. So maybe if I support my good mood, my positive thinking, no matter what happens in the future on the spectrum of outcomes, I will have supported myself to feel and respond the absolute best. And I appreciate that about me. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay. So hopefully that feels a little more calming. And if you find yourself thinking about things in the future, oh my gosh, tomorrow, oh, next week, a couple of months from now, that is a tactic of jumping into fight or flight mode. And your brain will use that because it thinks it's protecting you. Tapping is a really great way to try and reset that. Also, doing something in the present moment that feels good, that allows you to want to stay in the present moment, helps it too. It's very supportive for your brain and your brain function. Okay. And we've got a few more people have written in. I'm just going to scan it real fast. Tap above your eyes instead of your wrists. So Jay, I see your question. Oh, I'm so glad that helped so many of you. Does it matter if you tap above your eyes instead of your wrists? So if you're calling this your wrist, this is just a spot that's known for helping if you've got multiple aspects. You know, if you want something but you don't really believe it, you're going after something but it's not safe to receive it. This spot is just kind of known for being that tapping spot. But if this one isn't happy for you, then absolutely you don't have to use it. Any of the tapping spots you could stay on the whole time because it's sending that signal to the brain. And that's the important thing, is the percussion over the acupoint, having the attention of the subconscious brain. Over the eyes, it's bladder 1 is the acupoint. It's right in between where the bridge of the nose is and the eyebrow. If that's the point you're talking about, that's good. This is another eye point directly under the eyes. If you look up any acupoint chart, There are over 300 all over the body, and certainly play with that and see what feels best to you. The important thing is that you feel better. So you've been tapping, you feel a release, you feel more expansive, you feel like you can breathe more. That's your sign that what you're doing, the spot that you're using, is good for you, and that's what matters most. I hope that answers your question. Um, okay, let's tap on saying no. um, so let's see. I'm going to have you do some introspection on that. And I'm going to tap close to the heart when it's something emotion based. This is just my preference. And you're welcome to tap on any spot that you want to. As you think of saying no, what is it that pops into your mind? Do you see someone else's face? Do you see them saying no to you? Do you see you saying no to them and their reaction? Are you younger or the age you are now? When you think of saying no, does it feel mean, cold, abrasive, unfair, disconnecting, selfish? What words would you use to describe why no is uncomfortable? If you say no and the person reacts poorly to that, is that your fault? Just allow yourself a yes or no. And is it safe right now for you to be able to say no? Just get a yes or a no. Okay. As I ponder these aspects of saying no, I deeply and completely accept myself. As I consider all of the baggage and old emotion tied to saying no, I deeply and completely accept myself. As I consider right now my ability to say no in a healthy way, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now we are going to go through all the points. No. And say it with conviction. No. Mm-mm. No. Absolutely not. No thanks. No. Oh, I caught myself holding my breath. Check in with yourself. If you're holding your breath, take a breath. No. 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 Uh-uh. No, 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 no. Even though, as I say no, it may feel very uncomfortable to me, I am open to shifting my perspective on it. I am open to finding a way for no to feel really good to me. I wonder, why does it not feel good to me right now? What is it that this word represents so much, so deeply, that I don't give myself permission to have it? Is it my family? Is it my gender? Is it my relationships? Is it my culture? Is it my trauma? As I consider all of the reasons that exist for no being a hard word for me, I deeply and completely accept myself. I acknowledge that these reasons are valid. All of those reasons, at one point or another, really tied to my survival. They all really matter in my life. So, what do I do with that? What can I do with that? That's a lot of baggage. Do I have to release all of that in order to be able to have the confidence or permission to say no? What if there was a different way? I wonder, what could allow me to feel comfortable with saying no? Comfortable saying no. Proud to say no. Confident to say no thanks. Peaceful to say no. Joy to say no. Easy to say nope. Simple to say no. Worthy to say no. Maybe all of those times that I didn't say no before were very wise of me. I did the best I knew how in very difficult and complicated situations. And it worked because I'm here. And so I'll allow myself a good job for that. But maybe now I'm ready. Maybe I'm ready to try it out. Just see how no feels. Are there times in my life that I have heard no and I didn't appreciate it? Sure. Yeah, of course. But did I survive? Yeah. And did it end up being okay? Yeah. And did it end up being something that broke something that I didn't want broken? No. But what it did do was hold a boundary. Holding a boundary. Who am I holding a boundary for? Maybe my no is for myself. Maybe my no is for someone else. Whoever my no is holding a boundary for, I must feel, if I want to say it, that they deserve a boundary. So if no is a boundary, then what I'm refusing is the offering of that boundary. It's possible it's a boundary I will never accept, and that's okay. And it's possible there's a boundary I will agree to. I could offer that one. Whether or not my no leads to a conversation about boundaries, I'm ready to give it a try. But what if I'm rejected? And what if I'm taunted or made fun of or something else that I really don't want? That's possible. But isn't it also true that if I don't say no, I am also receiving something that I don't want? I can try to give the other person what they want and what they need to be happy. And maybe they are trying to demand that of me. But what if I really don't have that kind of control? What if the only control I have is to hold that boundary for myself to feel happy? Ooh, but that's selfish. Oh, that's really thinking of yourself first. Shame, shame, shame. It's just not how good people work. Is that true? It's possible I've been told that. Is that a truth or is that manipulation? Because if good people are good people, aren't they also good to themselves? And maybe my inner person is really ready for me to speak up for them. Maybe I'm ready to speak up for them and for myself. And I can start gentle. I don't have to become super no. Make it my new word of the day. I can if I want. But maybe I'll just choose one thing. I'll just choose one boundary to hold. I could do that. And maybe I'll even start with saying it in my head first. If I can't quite say it out loud, maybe I'll say it in my head and feel how that feels. That's a beginning too. Holding boundaries is a big change. And if the people in my life have been really used to me not having boundaries, it could stir up something, but we'll likely survive it. But if our relationship is contingent on me not having any boundaries, maybe that's something else I can consider about how healthy that is for me and my inner person. But for right now, as I consider the boundary of no, what support can I give to it? What support can I give saying no that will feel happy for me? Maybe it's a saying that I can say to myself when I say no. Just, no, thank you. I'm choosing to be peaceful. No, thank you. I'm choosing to rest. No, thank you. I'm choosing to feel positive. Whatever it is that offers support to me saying no, I bet I can think of something really good. And as I go through and practice this, I might be really good at it. Or it may take me a while. But however it looks, it's okay. And I have as many tries as I need. I give myself permission to feel really, really good about no. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay. And breathe in. I feel all tingly from that. I guess I really needed it. I hope that was helpful for you too. And let's see, we've got time for one more tap, and we've got a lot of physical, emotional stuff. So I'm going to jump right into that as well. So go ahead and take a moment and just consider what it is that you have. I know there's mention of a surgery. There's body pain that's been mentioned, chronic, and some things that are acute. Some things that are just decisions. Anything that you feel going on in your body. And if you don't have a specific physical ailment, you can focus on something that you wish were better. I wish my blood pressure was lower. I wish I could get rid of this excess weight. I wish I had more energy. And then how you feel about this. Oh, my surgery. And I feel like this about it. Take just a second to consider that. I want you to feel where in your body that hits. Okay, that emotion as you're considering it. Even though right now, as I consider my body, I feel a lot of emotions. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though right now, I feel emotions about where my body is. I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. Even though right now I feel emotions about where I would like my body to be versus where it is, I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. My body, my emotions, my body, wish it were better. My emotions, wish they were happier. Still deeply and completely accept myself, though. Pardon me. Even with this body, this darn body, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even with these emotions, these heavy, difficult emotions, I deeply and completely accept myself. Of course, I have emotions about my body. My body is where I live. It's my expression. It's my mode of transportation. It has been with me through all of my life experiences. My body's been through a lot. Really, really good things and not so good things. Parts of my body are struggling. And I have feelings about that. I wonder, are the feelings that I'm having about my body connected to anything other than what's happening right now? Are there things that I'm carrying around that I could let go of? Nah, that's not likely. I don't ever carry around old stuff. There's not possibly anything that I've forgotten about that I might be holding in my body. That's just weird. But maybe I'll check it out just in case. So go ahead and focus in on the part of your body that you've been thinking about. Just check into it. What is there? You feel the physical discomfort. But what emotions are there too? It's connected to that. as I allow my body to speak, I deeply and completely accept it. My body's taken a lot from me. I certainly have had words to my body. I wonder, what would my body tell me? What would my body say about how it's feeling and what it's connected to? And you may immediately start to have impressions, and you may not. Whether or not my body is talking to me, I hold space for all of the things in my body to release. It's okay for my body to have emotions. It's okay for maybe I stuck some things there, and I can allow them to come out now. I can't allow them to come out now. Whether or not I'm ready to allow them to come out, maybe I can offer something else. Well, what else could I offer? What if I were to offer my body gratitude? I don't want to offer gratitude. This hurts. It stinks. I'm upset. Even if I have very strong emotions about having gratitude for my body, I deeply and completely accept myself. It's okay for me to have big, strong emotions. But I can have big, strong emotions and be grateful for the things that work in my body. Something's working. I'm here. In fact, a lot of things are working. And maybe my body hasn't always been in this condition. Maybe there was a time in my life that I can think about where my body really functioned amazing in this area that's now struggling. I can feel grateful for that. Grateful for my body. Grateful for things working. Grateful for times in my life. Allowing gratitude and all of my other emotions. Allowing gratitude and how I feel presently. Gratitude for my body. Conversations with my body. Allowing emotion to flow. Allowing emotion to flow even if my body feels stuck. What does it do for me to feel gratitude for my body? Maybe The gratitude will help me feel better, have a different perspective a little bit. When I feel better, my body metabolically is more calm. It can heal better. Maybe there are some ways that I can support the goals that I want by allowing conversations with whatever's stuck in there, by allowing positive support, even though all of my other feelings are still completely valid. And I don't have answers for everything that's going on with my body. But I don't think there's anyone else who could go through the emotions of my body like I can. And I can do this. And maybe it'll make a big difference for my body. And maybe it won't. But I'm open to see. I'm open to giving it a try. My body, my complicated body, talks with my body, allowing emotion. As I give myself permission to be curious about this and give it a try, I allow myself to truly experience whatever it is that I feel and to see if there's any difference. And as I try out this new tool, I deeply and completely accept myself. Breathe in. Okay, we are out of time, but I just have a feeling that we need a little bit of a positive tap. So I'm going to stay on for, I don't know, 5 or less extra minutes and just do this. If you have to go, mwah, I love you. But I'm just going to do this real fast. So I'm positive. I'm going to send you off on a positive tap. I don't know. It just feels like there was a lot there. So I'm actually going to tap this spot. Okay. I love right now. I love what I have right now. I love what I'm getting to experience right now. I love who I am right now. I love what I get to see right now. I love the way I get to feel. I love the way my body supports me as I experience right now. Oh, I love the way my brain thinks. I love my freedom to do the things that I get to do. I love the experiences that I get to choose. I love the feeling that I get to choose for the inside of my body. That I can be just full of joy and for no reason other than I want to be full of joy. That's amazing. That's incredible. And I get to do that. I'm so grateful to have that knowledge. Sometimes I deal with heavy things. Sometimes I deal with things that I don't want. And sometimes I'm dealing with heavy things that I do want to deal with because I'm working on letting them go. Anytime I'm feeling heavy or down in the middle of something and I'm not quite through it, I give myself permission to just set it all down and feel what I'm feeling right now and choose what I'm choosing right now and to just cover myself in love. Even if it's hard for me to accept, I cover myself in love. Even if it's a learning curve for me, I get to choose this. And that really is special. And that really is cool. And I really don't have to have a reason. I love this moment. I love this moment in time that I get to have. And as I soak it in and bring it in as deeply as I can right now, I am also filled with gratitude and empowerment. This love, this joy, my moment, and I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, deep breath in. That feels so much better. I hope that works for you too. That's the biggest love blast we've ever tapped on here before. So there you go. Thank you for being here with me for our tap today. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel seen. I hope you feel a part of this community. You matter, and it brings me so much joy to be here with you. Thank you, thank you. I will be thinking about you. If you have questions or something come up during the week, simply email me. And I hope to see you next Tuesday. Take care. Mwah.